Hey y'all, it's Teresa. Thanks for joining me again on my channel for another video. If this is your first time joining me, thank you so much for clicking on. I hope that you enjoyed this video enough to subscribe before you leave. Today is going to be a Financial Friday video. I am not a financial guru by any stretch of the imagination. I do practical budgeting videos and I talk to you guys about the things that I've learned over the years by budgeting our money, and anything that I talk to you about are principles that I use in my everyday life. I kind of like to call it common sense budgeting, but unfortunately common sense isn't always common, so I just try to talk about those things that may be helpful. Today's Financial Friday video is going to be talking about taking responsibility for your shortcomings. And I know a lot of times we don't like to see the things that we are doing wrong, but when it comes to money management and budgeting your money, first thing you need to do is think about the things that you are doing absolutely wrong with your money, the decisions that you are making that can be made differently and can be rectified in a different way. So for us, for me, I'm going to say for me, those things are spending in areas that don't necessarily need to be spent in. And I've already rectified this a lot. I don't spend as much as I used to. And now when I do spend, I try to save up or kind of wrap my head around spending that amount of money. Now, y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I have a love for makeup and a love for shoes. Makeup is a very expensive habit to have. Shoes is also an expensive habit to have, and in the past I would just kind of buy makeup and buy shoes and not even think about it, not even worry about it. But now whenever I'm going to buy shoes or make like a big shoe purchase or something like that, I try to find the shoes on sale. I do a lot of sale shopping like at DSW or at outlet stores. Outlets are the absolute best. So I also have a passion for purses. I get a lot of my shoes, my purses, and my makeup now from TJ Maxx instead of going to Sephora or to Dillard's and places like that. So that's one way that I've learned to curb my little addiction for makeup and for shoes and for purses. I shop at TJ Maxx, sometimes Ross. I'm not really a Ross girl, but I do love TJ Maxx. And the thing was, I was in denial for a really long time about having a problem, especially with buying shoes. My dad told me that I had an issue. My sisters told me I had an issue. My mom told me, but she's not too much count because she has a shoe problem too. But you know, there was this issue there, and it's kind of like until you admit that you have a problem with something, you're never going to face that. So if all of your money is going to a different area and you know that you can better use that money, then you're in denial. So like if you are having trouble paying your bills, but you have a shoe problem like me, so you're out there buying, all these pretty heels or even Jordans or something like that, which are like $200 a pop. And for women, a pair of heels can range anywhere from like $200, $400, even $1,000 for a pair of shoes. If you have that type of money and you're kind of lacking in another area, but you're putting that money towards something that you don't necessarily need, it's time for you to pump the brakes and come to the realization that you have a problem. Okay? I'm Teresa. I have a shoe problem. I had to come to that realization. And once you come to that realization, you will learn how to take that money and put it in a different area. Another example, and this is something that I see a lot of times when I'm talking to people about their budget, like if I'm doing a budget consultation or something like that, people will say that they have the money and they try to do the right thing. They'll take the money, they'll go grocery shopping, they'll spend all this money on groceries, and then they still find themselves eating out throughout the week. So what you need to do is be solution based. In that situation, your solution may not be to buy groceries. Your solution may be to not buy groceries and to just eat out. Because if you buy groceries, you spend $100, maybe $150 on the groceries for that week, and then you're gonna go ahead and eat out for that week as well, which probably will cost you another $100 throughout the week. And especially if you're a single person or if it's just you and your husband, or even if it's you, your husband, and your children, or something like that, if you are the type of person that you don't cook, you don't like recipes, you don't like having to wash dishes, you prefer to have takeout, then just be honest about who you are. In order for your budget to suit you, to be beneficial for you, you have to learn to be honest about who you are as a person. It's not about you trying to budget like me. It's not about you trying to budget like another person, any of these other people out here. You can't base your budgeting on someone else, because what you need to do is create a budgeting lifestyle for yourself. So if you know that you like to eat out and you don't like to buy groceries and cook, then you don't need a category in your budget for groceries as much as you need a category in your budget for eating out. Because like I said, if you're going to take $150 and buy groceries so that you can cook every day like me, but you end up not cooking at all, and then you have to throw those groceries away, you've only wasted $150 on groceries, and then you've spent another $100 to eat out through the week. So you've spent $250 on something that you could have had an extra $150. I hope I said that right. That kind of sounded crazy to me, but you need to learn who you are as a person. Who are you? Do you like to buy shoes? Do you like to buy clothes? Do you like to travel? Do you like to cook and stay at home? Do you like to go out and see movies and have dinner? Whatever it is that's going to bring you joy and that's going to fit within your budgeting lifestyle, that's what you need to budget for. You don't need to be budgeting for somebody else with something else, because I see a lot of people who tell you what to do with your money, but then you end up doing what they told you to do with your money and what you actually want to do with your money. So the easiest thing to do is to just do what you think is right for your money, as long as it's not wasteful. Now for me, I had a problem buying clothes and shoes and purses, and it was to the point where it was wasteful. I had 50 plus pairs of shoes, and I love heels, which is why I had so many pairs of shoes, but you can only wear one pair of shoes at a time. And then I found myself, I just wanted the shoes to be like an accessory to my outfit. So now I really do still love shoes, but I don't just buy all type of shoes. I buy shoes that I can kind of get a good wear out of. You don't have to stop doing what you love. You just kind of have to curb it so that it fits within your budgeting lifestyle, and you have to be honest with yourself. You have to honestly tell yourself what things you can cut out and what things you absolutely need. Even if what you think you need is something that someone else would say is unnecessary, if you think that you need it, then you can find a place for it in your budget. But you also have to be honest with the things that you're doing that are completely unnecessary, that you completely don't need, because you can be taking that money and putting it towards your bills or traveling or doing something else that you can't typically do. A lot of times people say that they don't have any extra money to do things, but then when I sit down with them, they're also paying $200 every time a pair of Jordans or something come out. You don't need all the Jordans. It's unnecessary to have all the Jordans. You can just have a pair of Jordans every now and then and wear the Jordans that you already own. So I want you to take this time to really think about what your budget is, what your budget personality is, and be honest with yourself, and then you can start to build your budget. And once you're able to build your budget, you can prioritize the areas that your money needs to go in, as opposed to the areas where you're just throwing away money. I hope that this video was helpful. Like I said, this is common sense budgeting. This is everyday practical living. I'm not here to give you a lot of percentages and things like that. I'm just here to tell you the things that have helped me. And I hope that by me telling you the things that have helped me, the mindsets that have helped us save money to buy things, basically cash, I hope that you will be inspired by that. Not mimic what I'm doing, but be inspired by what type of lifestyle we have created. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed already. If you are already subscribed or you will subscribe, I will see you back here for another video. Bye, y'all.